It was this time of the year, post the Sankranti discourse, that we were seated in the portico. And Swami came out from the interview room and beckoned two of us. Very happily, the two of us gingerly jumped across our brothers where they were seated and knelt before the Lord. Expectantly looking at him, Swami was happy with us. He's going to grace us with something. And as we looked at him, we saw a stern expression. Uh-oh, means trouble. The next moment, Swami started brandishing a letter. You know what this is? No, Swami, but I knew what it was. It was postal sadhana. For those of you who are not initiated into this world, Lord Krishna had given to the world Gyan Marg, Karma Marg, Bhakti Marg. But some geniuses in this Sai era had evolved a different way of evolution. What they did is they would write about some other people's faults to Swami and try and wash them of their sins and thereby hope to elevate their souls. This in our world was called postal sadhana. I only didn't know what it was for. And Swami said, both of you were sleeping during my discourse. This is a complaint. That was true. You see, in the just ensued, concluded sports and cultural games, we had taken part in a few events. Then in the sporting events and the athletic events, then the cultural event. So we were really very tired. And in the Sankranti discourse, when you find a loving brother's shoulder to lean on, fatigue plays on to you, Swami's beautiful voice acts like a lullaby, and we were lulled into the dreamland, both of us. Now, we wouldn't have got into trouble but for the fact the accomplice of this crime was our sonorous snores, and they were heard by this gentleman who had done postal sadhana. So we looked down, we knew what was coming, we were in deep, deep trouble, and now we were praying to Swami. And Swami didn't look at us, he started asking authorities to get up. What have these boys done? Swami, a grievous crime. What is the kind of punishment that should be given to them? Swami, they deserve the most difficult punitive measures. But then, Swami, you are the ocean of compassion. You will act with mercy. That way, the authorities pulled us out of trouble. They had said yes and they had said no. Very kind of them. But Swami pursued on. He asked quite a few people, and then we saw there was one gentleman desperately trying to hide behind the pillar. And Swami called him, "Hey, come, you come here, read this letter." You see what had happened? This was our day of judgment. The Lord was the divine judge. The verdict was given by the jury unanimously that they should be let off scot-free. But the plaintiff was left. And Swami asked the plaintiff to come over. And that poor man haltingly started reading the letter. And it went somewhat like this. My dearest Lord of the universe, you have come down, it is the descent of the divine for the ascent of mankind. And for that you say my only assets are my students. And here are 2 students who slept in your speech. They must be given the most difficult of punishments. And the letter carried on. And then he stopped. And Swami said, no, read further. And then the poor man had to give his own name, because he was the author of the letter. Then Swami asked him, all right, what these boys did is wrong. What is the right way to listen to Swami's discourse? And he said, with great amount of single-minded concentration. Swami said, yes, that is right. Yes, concentration is in the realm of the mind. But if you go deep inside, transcending the mind, you go into your very being itself. And that is the right way to listen to a discourse. So what Swami was alluding to in our scientific terms was not the beta state or the alpha state, but 7 to 4 hertz frequencies of theta and the 4 to 1 of delta state of being. And just to tell you, dear brothers, it doesn't mean you go to sleep during your classes when the teachers are talking to you and say that Swami has said we go deep inside and that's the right way to learn. But whenever you are sleeping at night, you can put on your headphones and go to the web page of Radio Sai, the audio archives, where you have Swami's discourses in Telugu. And that way you will have no other voice but the Lord's voice. And even if you don't speak Telugu, the soul understands everything. It will just imprint itself into your heart, and it will blossom later in your thoughts, words, and deeds.